puppets, fun, and mime. Welcome to the story time. Hello, Augustians. We are back with another story. And the book that you have today is Guess How Much I Love You. Aha! Do you want to ask this question to your teachers, to your parents, and see if they can guess it correctly? This book is written by Sam McBratney and illustrated, that is, pictures are drawn by Anita Jerem, and the little nut brown hare in this book has exactly the same question. So let's begin. Little nut brown hare, who was going to bed, held on tight to big nut brown hare's very long ears. He wanted to be sure that big nut brown hare, Papa Hare, was listening. Guess how much I love you, he said. Oh, I don't think I could guess that, said Papa Nut Brown Hare. This much, said Little Nut Brown Hare, stretching out his arms as wide as they could go. Big Nut Brown Hare had even longer arms. But I love you this much, he said. And now, because he was Papa Hare, he was the big hare, his arms were much wider. That is a lot, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I love you as high as I can reach, said Little Nut Brown Hare. And he stretched his arms up in the sky as much as he could. He tiptoed on his toes. But Big Nut Brown Hare was much bigger. I love you as high as I can reach. That is quite high, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I wish I had arms like that. Then Little Nut Brown Hare had a good idea. He tumbled upside down and reached up the tree trunk with his feet. And he said, I love you all the way up to my toes. And you know what Daddy Hare did? He picked up the little one, swung him in the air over his head, and said, And I love you all the way up to your toes, swinging him up over his head. I love you as high as I can hop, laughed Little Nut Brown Hare. He bounced up and bounced down, up and down, bounced up, bounced down, up and down. But I love you as high as I can hop, smiled Big Nut Brown Hare. And he hopped so high that his ears touched the branches above. That's good hopping, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I wish I could hop like that. Now, Little Nut Brown Hare came up with a new idea. He said, I love you all the way down the lane, as far as that river. And Daddy said, I love you. I love you across the river and over the hills. That's very far, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. He was almost too sleepy to think any more. Then he looked beyond the thorn bushes, out into the big dark night. Nothing could be farther than the sky, he thought. I love you right up to the moon, he said, and closed his eyes. Oh, that's far. That is very, very far, said Big Nut Brown Hare, and settled Little Nut Brown Hare into his bed of leaves. He leaned over and kissed him good night. Then he lay down close by and whispered with a smile, I love you. I love you. Right up to the moon. And back. Yes, Augustine. That's where the story ends. And remember, your parents are going to love you much, much more. Always. Bye bye, Augustine.